Hello, we are doing another one of these. So, the other day, I did some sprite edits for a couple characters. First is William. It's kind of hard to see like this. Maybe? Okay, so for William, I basically changed the color of the rims and the uniform itself because it didn't quite look like how he does in his art. But I got close enough. Couldn't really get the patterns distinguishable, but that's just how it is. Vera, on the other hand, I was able to get her hat more, well, still need a little bit more work on it. I used what was like a little piece of what was from a battle sprite I had of her. So credits to them. Again, it's stuff I probably will have to work on. I also gave her a little ring. But today, we are going to do something with the picnic basket items. As it was brought up, there should be a pop-in whenever any of these get used. So, we're going to do just that. So as a reminder, these are... I have two sets of these. One is for the items that for the food tags that activate at the start of battle. And then these are the ones that happen during battle. So the way this works, the ones that require this particular event, they get called up right away, like turn 0. This event, clear food tag, basically turns off whatever tags were activated before. Basically, it does like a soft reset. And then, because of that, when it gets called by this, it will check the picnic basket for any of the food tags that are equipped. I have multiple slots, up to 8, because that's how many I have in total. And at the moment, I've only been able to have it like... Well, basically, it checks the value and that's stored inside each... Yeah, it's a little hard to explain. The game has variables, and things get stored in them, and in this case, if variable 24 has this in it, then this will jump to a label that I have set down here. In doing so, it'll check to see if one of the tags that's basically boost food, which is what this is, if used, it'll turn it on. Well, before that, it'll check two things. One is to see if a boost food tag was used before. If it has, it'll just skip. Otherwise, if it's not, then it'll check to see if this has been activated or right. If it hasn't, then it'll go through like normal. It'll check to see if there's enough food in there, and then if the battle member is in the party, it'll apply an effect, which at the moment I've made into a state form. And this one is meant to boost attack and magic power for 5 turns. So, seeing all this, once it goes through everyone, it will play a sound, bump up the total food count, food capacity, take away whatever food was there, and trigger the switches. Then, if it reached a certain threshold, it will, well, this event gets triggered. And that one, here it is. It checks to see if it hits a certain capacity. Of course, with how it is, it's like, it has to go check the highest one first. Otherwise, it'll play like a message, upgrade your food. It plays out like it does in Destiny DC. Anyway, going back down. So, what we need to do now is make it so that after this gets played, it'll play like a little pop-up or something. And I feel like the best way to do that is to use an action sequence. And I think I can do it rather easily, because Battle Core allows for visual tag to play. I think it might be good to place here. Now we need to test it. Let's see if this will show up next. Okay, where did I have you start? I think it's this one? Yep. Oh no, that's not it. Well, you get a little preview of what the plot looks like. Not that either. Oh gosh, do I have to There we go. So far I have the rice ball and the sandwich. Let's go buy that steak. And let's move that cursor. Here it is. We'll just get into a fight with the dire wolf. One. Alright, let's see what happens. It worked! And they gotta remove it. So yeah, it has to actually be removed. So why don't we move... Actually, now that apparently the update allows this to happen. So how about this? And then, going back down, we can do this. oh yeah, that's another thing. After it triggers the effect, the label, it jump after use, pretty much bumps it down here so it doesn't trigger anything else. Because then afterwards it'll loop and see if anything else can happen. But also, oh yeah, this will break the loop that's caused from the beginning down to here. So it might be best to put it down here. Let's do it again. And didn't do it. Oh, really quick. Might have to try again with that. Because technically I didn't do the thing where it's like, well, but then again, might have to forcibly erase it. Let's try that. Clear battle log. There we go. So yeah, this definitely works. And since it's down here, we don't need to fiddle with it. We would just need to add pretty much one of these for every single tag we have. Before anything, I should probably put this down here as well. And then remember that I need to add a bit of a weight to how long it takes for it to trigger. I'm only worried that if I do this, it might cause a little ripple effect to all of these, because some of them are meant to activate immediately, while others just no. But we'll figure it out. It's all a work in progress. So let's run it down. Okay, yes, we'll have to upgrade. Gotta remember that. Alternatively, I could use a different method. But no, it needs to be immediate. And this is as immediate as it can get. Apply so I don't lose it. Oh wait, this is clam chowder. Yep. Now the real test will be the other one, because again, that one has a bit more complexity to it. That one is going to be during the battle itself and not at the beginning. This would be like a one-time thing, or depending on like... Actually, this one's a TP item, so... Yeah, some of them activate... Some of them are not boost. You can use them immediately. So we can actually try testing it with this set of items. And I still need to get around to figuring out the coding for the dark items. So maybe I should just put this down here, because that's where it ends. I know this works. Because if anything, it will add another set of text every time it updates. But do I even have enough to buy it? The answer is no. So I'm gonna have to test it with these two as soon as I get them programmed. Move that, put that there, grab this, bring it up top. Oop, too far. Okay, we got the rice ball, so similar setup. If HP is used first, it'll ignore this, but otherwise it'll check to see if this is off, and if it is, runs through the calculations. Actually, you know what? I have a better idea. Because, like, this is set to reset everything. This sets the attack element to 0. Is like, certain attacks will... Well, certain attacks from the enemy will have an elemental effect. Let's see, like, lightning skill used, which sets the attack element to this, which is then meant to correspond with some of these later skills. Although, of course, some of them automatically set it to 0, but I guess that's like a safety measure. Well, no, hold on, I gotta do something. I will be right back. Okay, just set this, switch screens. Okay, let's continue. So we added, oh, got to update it too. Put this down here. How do I want to do this? I know. It's just a temporary thing for the sake of testing. Because these activate when HP hits a certain amount. We also need to add. Let's see what happens. Guard. Okay, it worked. Let's do that one more time. Because guard is technically something that triggers the... It triggers the effect, so... He's back. Save. Don't save. Attack. Okay, it works. So there might not be a need for that one pop-up that shows up around the characters. I mean, especially considering that not all of them will, like, activate the way they do, because not all of them are in state form. Because that's a buff. Some of these are just regular common events. But we know that works, so I can pretty much do this in my own time. So what can I show off now? Oh, I know what we can do. I'm going to show you some of the updated animations. Let's start with the chameleon. I already showed off the wolf, technically. Nicely, it's a bit cleaner if you have ever tried the demo before. And copy has become Mimikast as per suggestion. Still don't know how to fix that. That was smack. So, Stonewall, as you just saw, the person who made the suggestion for things was also the one who created some of these animations, particularly the ones that resembled the Tails attacks. For whatever reason, the Earth-based abilities don't actually render properly, because it shows the entire thing. I believe they said it was because of an issue with Effexir. And they say, like, they're supposed to use a plugin. I haven't found one that works. I mean, there's some interesting ones, too. I just wish that I had time to do them all. Some of these I recently purchased. And require a bit of playing around. For whatever reason, these go below the point where I can. So this one's going to require a bit of work. As is that. But I think what I should be doing is showing you how I've been getting the monsters in before anything else. But we got time. Like, I think we'll start with this one. This one, I know it has attacks that we need to put in. So it gets damp. Oh wait, doesn't have it? Weird. Well, we can figure that out as we enter what I'm going to show you next, so give me a moment. So, oh, I guess I didn't do any work on this one yet. So, this is the Blade Fox from... I don't know what it was called in Rebirth, but it is from Rebirth. And this is what it normally does. So far, I only have its one animation. So what we're gonna do is get some more. I know I'm kind of cheating by having to constantly do this, but I kind of don't want to show my screen for obvious reasons. Okay, so I pulled up a folder that has everything we need. It has all the frames assembled. So just scroll through this. Up here it shows what frame set it is, because this is the idle, so it counts as number 0, I guess. And it's in 4 pieces, starting with 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, and then it goes to the next one. And this is part of its walk cycle, or one of them. Typically, I'll add this in if it's going to do a simple attack, which is going to be part of the attack animations and not for Dragon Seer. Now we just need to find the one that has an attack. This can be used for guarding, I think, or maybe it's when it gets damaged, but this... yeah, this seems like damage. Or I tend to use parts of animation to end up, like, putting it down. Like, this would be the stopping point, because that would be its death animation. Oh, you know, I could make these 2 frames guard, and then this would be dead. This alone would be damage. I would have to, like, fiddle with it in a way, but this is definitely dead. This can be a howling thing for a skill. Running. A bite animation. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's the charge. Like, some of these obviously can't go into here because of how they get used. I'd probably have to figure out what this would be. Oh, actually, I know what I could do with this. I could probably mod it in a way where it's like Tempest. Be spinning in this form for a bit before resuming to that. But, I don't know. There's a lot to do. Charging and biting are things I'm going to give it in the future. But for now, we're going to simply focus on taking from this damage, guard, and death. So I'm going to once again do this so that I may pull these pieces for the next step. almost done. There we go. Okay, so now we have them all in GIMP, or GIMP, or however the hell this is pronounced. I apologize otherwise. So, for any frames that are going into Dragon Seer, we need to do a couple of things. First, we need to crop to content, and then scale the image by 50%. This, it doesn't really matter. Linear. So it looks about how it did before. Overwrite. And then we repeat. Otherwise, well, I'll bring it up in a bit. Once they get into Dragon Bones, I'll go over why I need to crop and shrink. Well, shrinking is so that they can actually appear in into the game proper without it looking too big. But there is a reason for cropping. And I just realized that some of this is going to get seen anyway. Yeah, it's not too bad. Alright. So, what we need to do now is create a new symbol for frames. Do that. Drag the images in here. Alright, so as you can see, they're now in here. And what I want to do is align them in a way where this would be like how it how it should look. This would be like the ground, or in line with how it shows up in battle. So I want to try and get it as close to here as I can. To loop one. It only needs to play once, just to show that it's guarding. Once that's done, I can go back into here. That. And do that. That's one. So now we need to add the others. So starting with this, we need to get it in line. Oh wait, not wrong one. Typically I want to try and match its feet. Or close enough that it would... Oh shoot. It's this one that needs to... Oh, that was close. Okay, this should be fine. Hey, really? I need to figure out where this library is, because there's no reason to have it do that. Just one moment. Only want to loop that once. Next we go over, do it again. Now for its KO. This one's gonna be a bit tricky because of how it looks. Could probably do this. If all else, I can look at its face and where it is. That should be good. Now, of course, RPG Maker has it so that any animation, no matter what kind it is, it will trigger based on certain certain keywords. The one for the KO animation is just simply dead. And now we shall test again. Excuse me. Let's see what happens now. I might have to remove that at 1 frame. Let's at least see the death animation. No, I don't. It's just defense. Okay. So this I can obviously change at any time. But I would just... I usually have 3 of these anyway. Actually. Let's boost everyone up for this fight. I definitely need to make air pressure more like a better effect so that it didn't. If there were more enemies in the back row or whatever, because if anything, the first enemy will likely be up here, and then maybe depending on how big they are, it could add like maybe 6 or more. But it really all depends on how I'm able to set these up. Uh-oh. What happened? have to fix you too. So everyone else was fixed. Oh, there you go. At least his defense animation's up. Finish it. That worked out. Alright, William, why are you... You need to compare... Oh, that's why he technically doesn't have an idle animation. Whereas you... Yours is based on weight, which is also present here. But because of how this is all set up, it might not always... Actually... Just so I'm not crazy. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is supposed to be the idle animation. Also, technically, it's a wait. And how many did it use? 4. So let's do that again. And see what happens. Missed! I need to be better than that. Hit me! Okay, there we go. Well, that worked. But anyway, I'm gonna have a lot to... I have a lot to add here. So, pop-ups, fix, make it so that these don't pop up. Lots to do, but I feel like I've gotten a bit done today. So, thank you for joining or watching this if you're on YouTube. I will hopefully catch you next time. I'll see you then.